Richard. I see you said you finally made a live event, Richard. I see you said you finally mute that. So great, great to see you, Richard Ramirez. Who else have we got here? Piotr. Is that how you pronounce your name, Piotr? I think it is because I know somebody else with a similar name. Raymond, good to see you, Raymond. Richard Ramirez, as I just said, great to connect, Richard. You made one of the webinars. Robert, a couple of last names I don't have, so hey Robert, hey Robin, both from the UK. Steve Parr from the US. The great thing with this webinar platform and software is that you can see where everybody's calling in from, which is fantastic. So Tom from the UK, Top Team Hawaii, that's Izzy. How are you doing? Leslie, we've connected already, Leslie. Wayne, good one, Wayne. Wayne, I think you brought your first person in a couple of days ago, so congratulations on that. And who did I see right at the bottom? I saw one of our superstars, William O'Toole, who, how many people have you brought in, William, in the last few weeks? It's been quite a few. Hey Dave from Reading. I'm in Guildford, so I'm not too far away from you. William says 30 or so. How many of you personally sponsored though, William? It's not 30 though. I think your team might be 30, and Angus as well. Guys, in fact, anybody who has sponsored anybody since you've been in Pure Leverage, just let us know how many people you've brought in, because there's quite a few people now. I mean, the team, or my team at the moment, is sitting at about 212 people in 3 weeks, and it's growing incredibly fast. I mean, we've got some celebrities kind of here on the call tonight who have been doing some pretty hard work. You know, you've got your head down, you're motivated, and you're absolutely going for it. You know, we've got people that are duplicating, and then their teams are duplicating, and I think the environment that we're creating here is incredibly powerful. Mark Humphrey Davis says 6 direct, team of 9 now. William O'Toole 14 or 15. I know. Who else have we got on that? I know there's a fair amount. Beth, I know you're very humble, so I know you've brought in maybe 6 or 7 now, I think, and you've had a bit of a hectic couple of weeks. So Angus 20, he's sponsored personally, and Angus has been in the leaderboards for quite a long time. So on this call tonight, I've got a list of things that I want to share with you. I don't know if you can see the list right there, and I'm going to go through the information because there's something pretty big that I want to share with you that we're going to be doing, and I want to share the vision of the Pure Leverage Leaders team, which you're part of. I mean, we're growing incredibly fast. I mean, the fact that there's 48 people on here right now, hate to anybody who's brand new, fantastic. And I know, as I said, we're doing so we've got probably 212, I think it's around 212 people in the team at the moment. My goal and my vision, now this is a pretty big vision, but is for me to grow a team of 10,000 people within 12 months. And I think that can be achieved, but there's no way I can do that on my own. And in order to achieve that vision, you guys who are very close to where I am right now, I mean, anybody on this call right now is no further than 5 people, 5 levels below me. So any of you can be part of that 10,000 and to bring a massive, massive team in if you know what you're doing, when you know what you're doing, and when you know how to do it. Now, the fact that within the first 3 weeks, we've brought in 212, I'll have to double check those figures, but 212 people as a team is proof that this is a desirable system. It's a desirable product. It's an exciting product that people want. It's an exciting compensation plan. And similar to Empower Network, you know, 6 months to a year ago, if you'd have been in the room when Dave Wood talked about Empower Network, you'd have jumped in probably right then and there. And right now you'd be sitting on a small fortune, probably. Now, the same applies to Pure Leverage, because you are in a position where this is new. This is new to the internet. It's new compensation plan. It's new. People love the drive and the motivation of a pre-launch opportunity, and then as a company that grows gradually, and everybody's excited, everybody's motivated. So that's where you're at right now. So in this call, I'm going to go through four specific things, but there are a few other things as well. I'm going to bring Angus on in a second, because Angus, in fact, Angus, let's just do a quick sound check now to make sure we can hear you. Because Angus is my right-hand man. But he's going to be just checking to see if I miss any questions, and then he's going to come on at some point shortly.
Yeah.
Hey, Angus.
Can you hear?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly can.
Beth.
So if there's any specific questions, just
yeah, I'll keep an eye on the
just
question.
let me know. Best way. Yeah, I know your internet's a little bit dodgy at the moment, so if you've got any problems or anything, just text me. I've got my phone here, and then I'll know if there's any questions that I miss. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just turn your mic off and turn your camera off. And cool. Thanks, Angus. All right. So, excuse me. So, when I first, before I go into what I want to share with you today, and I go into the four things that I want to reveal to you, the opportunities that we have as a team. Many of you know that we've literally just had a brand new baby boy named Ben. Incredibly exciting journey, building Pure Leverage with, it was 19 days, I think, and about 180 something people in the team, completely focused on that, knowing that my wife was going to give birth any time. And I'm thinking, please, please, please don't let it be now. Let it go a little bit longer. Don't let it be early. And then it got to like 2 days before, and I'm thinking, let me just do another day's work, because I've got all this information I wanted to get out, all this information that I want to share with you. Angus, yes, I am recording. All this information I wanted to share with you. Sorry, 2 seconds. Just moving that, and I'm like, I've got VIP Wealth Academy that I'm going to be recording for you as a bonus. I've got the Pure Leverage Leaders blog that I was putting up. I was bringing people in myself. I was helping the team to duplicate, and I wanted to do a webinar, and I wanted to do another webinar. And I mean, there's no way you can hold something like that back. A new baby coming into the world. So I think it was Ben was 2 days late. So my wife Pippa was 2 days late. And in the morning she started to get minor contractions. I think it was about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I thought, right, I'm going to go and get a bit more work done that day. And I got into my office and I sat down, and I'm thinking, any minute now I'm going to get a call, and she's going to tell me we're going into hospital. So Pippa's mom arrived about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and to look after our other daughter, Lottie. And she took her because we weren't going to be able to take her into the hospital. So I think it was about 6:30. Pippa said, right, we need to go in now, because I could see the contractions were getting worse. I put the TENS machine on her to help take the pain off. And we go into the hospital, and we go into the waiting room, and we ended up waiting for another hour and a half while she's crying her eyes out in pain, and nobody was coming to kind of help her. I mean, they'd said, right, we'll be there with you soon. But an hour and a half later, I had to go to the car to bring all the bags in. When I got back, she was in tears in this full waiting room of people, because she was in so much pain. And yeah, my wife Pippa's allergic to pethidine, so she wasn't able to take the pain relief. But ultimately, she opted for a water birth, because it relieves a lot of the pain and the discomfort. But she did the whole thing without any pain relief at all, and I was amazed. And the birth of my first daughter was a bit of a challenge, in the fact that it was assisted with like a fontus and various other, but it wasn't. So with Ben, it was like, please let everything be okay. And it got to the moment when he was about to be born, and I was sitting on the edge of, well, I wasn't sitting at that point, I was standing on the edge of kind of, I'm like, oh, here we go, I can't wait, what's going to happen. This is, because we didn't know it was going to be a boy or a girl. And he was born effectively, and because it was a water birth, when they come out, it's like they don't breathe under the water, and when they come out of the water, they take their first breath of air. So Ben said, so the midwife grabs Ben and pulls him out, and you know, I'm looking, and Pippa says, it's a boy, but he didn't breathe, you know, and this was, I was so scared, because normally they take a big breath of air and then they breathe, and it's like, nah, welcome to the world. But he didn't, and I just gripped Pippa's hand. I was absolutely petrified as to what was going to happen, because, you know, 9 months and just being part of this entire journey. So I quickly cut the cord, and the midwife took Ben away. She said, I need to give him some oxygen. So she took him away, and it was 15 minutes later when he finally came back to us. And she said, and we heard him cry as he came in, and the relief was incredible, feeling that and hearing that, and seeing Ben come into the world. But fortunately, like I think about 3 or 4 minutes after he'd been taken away, somebody came in to say he is okay. But we were a little bit nervous and a little bit scared. Let's put it that way. I just wanted to share that with you, just so you know what's kind of been going on, and just a little bit about me and our family life. I've got a very quick. Let me just. I just want to show you a very quick picture of Ben, and then we're going to get right into this. I hope you guys are happy with me sharing that. I just thought sometimes these webinars, I mean, team calls are great, but you never really know the person who's doing the training. So there he is, little Ben, and newest edition, lovely, yeah, the little beauty. So he's been doing great, and there's me with Ben in my arms, my wife Pippa, and the little Lottie, little daughter Lottie. So, you know, everything's going great, and I'm really excited about family and new beginnings, effectively. And that's what this is, you know, being part of Pure Leverage, being part of the opportunity that we have right now is kind of like a new beginning for you, a new beginning for me, a new beginning for everybody here today on this call right now. It's exciting, it's motivating, because there's an opportunity to grow. As I said at the start of this webinar, Karina says same name as your son. Oh, fantastic, great. So as I said at the start of this webinar, our team is duplicating fast. As you can see, and you can't see yet, but you will do in a second when I share the screen again. I just want to show you very quickly the screen. Just want to show you the downline and how it's kind of duplicating. You can probably see there, but this is a full. Where we go? 212 people in the team, 28 personally sponsored, 83 second level, 63 third level, 28 then 10. So this grows. You've just got to position it to people in the right way. You've got to show people, because, you know, we've got people in our team now that are duplicating, that have never sponsored anybody before, and now they've got 5 people, they've got 10 people, they may even have a team of 20, 30. We've got people with teams with 40 in the team and more. And these are some people that have never sponsored people, never made money before. There's people sitting with over $1,000 a month at the moment, and that's just the first month before the 50% matching bonus even kicks in. So there's some exciting things going on right now. But in order to have your team duplicate, you've got to, let me just make this screen slightly wider if I can. In order to have the team duplicate, you've got to send people over to, bring people into our Facebook group, bring people in through our, we've got a fast start guide right here. Once people get onto the mailing list that I have created, the training list, then people start to get plugged into the system. Now there's a whole fast start guide I've created here on the pureleverageleaders.com blog. If you don't have access to it yet, let one of us know, post into the group, and we'll let you know as soon as possible. This is what I found today. I went through my entire downline, and I looked to see who's been introducing people, who's been bringing people in, and who's just abandoned people. because we had some members who didn't even reach out to the people they personally sponsored. And to me, I could really feel that person's pain. I'm like, I need to get in contact with that person. I need to be able to speak to the person who's been introduced to Pure Leverage and into our team, to let them know that they're standing outside at the moment. They're in the dark. They're cold. They're hungry. And they're 2 feet away from a warm, supportive environment, a party, a movement. All they need to do, all you need to do as sponsors, is reach out to that person, send them an email, make sure they get access to our trainings, make sure they get access to our community, because you can help those people just by reaching out. You can make a huge difference in their life. And that's what this is about, is making a difference in other people's lives and making a difference in your life, because it's not fair. There's all these people out there who are struggling, who need support, who need help. And it's up to you to reach out and find those people. Now, everybody pretty much that's been come into VIP Wealth Academy and into Pure Leverage over the last 3 weeks has been done the old-fashioned way, meaning there wasn't much. I mean, yes, using social media as a reach out method, contacting friends on social media, on email, but there hasn't been much. If you look at anybody who's sponsored people now, if you look at where your people came from, I can almost guarantee most of the people were in your warm market. Most of the people were people you knew, who knew you, liked you, and trusted you. And when you reached out to them and told them a great opportunity, they came with you because of the team and the support that we have right here. So your question to ask is, now you may have exhausted your warm market, how do you reach out to other people? How do you find other people? How do you bring more people into your warm market effectively? Because all the people in your warm market were literally just strangers a few weeks, a few months, or a few years ago. So somehow they knew you, liked you, and trusted you, and therefore they decided to join. That's what happened with the 28 people that I brought in very quickly. So that's what we're going to be covering in our VIP Wealth Academy main training program that is here. I don't know if, let me just share that with you very quickly. I am, 2 seconds to bring that up. Okay, so this is VIP Wealth Academy that it's going to be released a module per week. My goal was to have one released today, but the Pure Leverage autoresponder system that's being revamped and is basically being enhanced should be ready today. It was going to be ready Friday, but there've been a few challenges. It's like anything, it's going to take a little bit of time, and because I've been out with the birth of my new little boy, and I've just been literally working flat out to get this set up for you and this system set up, and some of the things I'm going to share with you soon. The training that I have for VIP Wealth Academy inner circle members effectively is in the process of being created. I've got much of it created anyway, but the system setup training is going to be created first, followed by the magnetic content creation, the traffic mastery, so mastering solo ads, Facebook, blog traffic, etc., the ultimate capture formula, the communicate and follow up, and then the consultant close, which effectively it fits the whole picture together. But just so you know, I am working diligently on that, and it is going to be ready as soon as possible. I'm going to release a module per week. I know many of you have been through some of that training already, because you've been in other opportunities with me in the past. So this is going to be specific to Pure Leverage. So there's some exciting things coming on right there. So what I want to just share with you is, anybody got any questions so far? If I've missed anything, make sure you copy your questions and just store them up for the end, because I'm trying not to look at the chat too much at the moment, because I want to get this, I want to teach you this, I want to share this with you first and then go to the questions. But if anyone's got any specific questions, let me know, and we'll go through the questions. I just reading some of the comments there. Great, so we've got 56 people, which is an incredible turnout. At the moment with our Pure Leverage, this is one of the things that I wanted to share with you right now, and there's been an opportunity that I posted on the blog. I might as well just keep my screen sharing because I keep wanting to share my screen again. There was an opportunity a few weeks ago, so anybody who's joined recently probably won't have had that opportunity, but there was an opportunity on our Pure Leverage Leaders blog. Where was it? Let's have a quick look. Opportunity for Pure Leverage Leaders. We had 21 people apply for the opportunity, and at the moment our Pure Leverage Leaders blog is getting quite a bit of traffic. Now you guys are part of that traffic, but there's also traffic coming from the search engines. There's traffic that you're referring via Facebook. What we've got and what I want to turn this into is an incredible resource for Pure Leverage. Sorry, I've got my video recorded playing in the background there. So what I want to do is turn this into an incredible resource for anybody interested in Pure Leverage. And one of my visions was to work closer with you, our team, for you to be able to write posts and create content and create training videos for different aspects of Pure Leverage. So at the moment we've got, and let me just bring this up, we've got, these are the people that were successful, and we had a lot of people apply, and I chose people for different reasons. So if you weren't successful, really doesn't matter at the moment because there's going to be plenty of opportunities. But we've got Jay Nalette, who I think is on at the moment, who's going to be our latest news writer. So anything new that happens, Jay's going to write about it on the blog, or he's going to record a video about it. We've got Amanda Hill, who's going to be our conference and webinar software specialist. So when that's all working correctly, if you have any questions about the conferencing software, you can go to Amanda directly. If you have any questions about the blog, you can go to Angus McEwen directly. He's going to learn all about it. He's going to do videos about it, and we're going to basically showcase Angus and his skills and talents on our team blog. Matt Sims, who I think is on at the moment. Hey, Matt. Matt's in charge of the FAQs, the frequently asked questions. So if you've got any specific questions, we're going to be posting in the group and the community. You're going to post. Matt's then going to create a blog post about it, and he's going to put it in on our Pure Leverage team blog. So if your team members or your prospects have ever got questions, you can send people to our team blog. Now you can send people to our team blog literally by taking the URL. So let's just say it was pureleverageleaders.com/review. So you take that, you would put $ID equals, and then your username. And what that does, when somebody clicks on the link, there's not actually a link for this at the moment, but when somebody clicks on the link, it drops a cookie on their computer, which means that they're credited to you. So if they join Pure Leverage, or when they join Pure Leverage, they get credited to you. Now, as with any affiliate system, well, say any, most affiliate systems, the last click on a link is the person who gets the referral. So if you introduce somebody 2 weeks ago, and then they go to Facebook and they see somebody else and they click on their link, then that person will get the sign up. So it's the same with ClickBank, it's the same with JVZoo, it's the same with most affiliate software and tracking software, is the last click gets the sales. And I think that's the right way, because the last person could have given you more information than the person before. Therefore, it was them who made that you join effectively. Hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, again, let me know. So we've got Davin Ogden, another incredible guy who's going to be responsible for lead capture system. And again, he's going to do videos and trainings on how to operate it. And our wonderful and lovely Beth Hewitt, or Beth Lovely Hair Hewitt, as she calls herself. She's going to be responsible for the video email service. So she's going to be the go-to person to ask if you've got any questions about that service. Now, Pure Leverage is a new opportunity, therefore a lot of the trainings have not yet been created in the Pure Leverage back office. So if we as a team and as a community can create those trainings first, we get a lot of the traffic. That means you can refer people here to our team site so they can learn from what we're doing, but at the same time you use your ID at the end. Now, and I've noticed a couple of people recently have been creating their own tutorials. I know Angus did one a couple of days ago. I've noticed a couple of other people doing them. When you create a tutorial, a video tutorial, email me or message me and tell me you've created it. And if it's the quality that I'm looking for, I'll happily put it on the blog. And what will happen on the blog is, if you scroll down to the bottom of the posts, if you're an author on our blog, you'll get a bio at the bottom, which will be, you'll have your Twitter, your Facebook, your Google Plus at the bottom of your specific post. So if you want some extra exposure from our team blog, send me some tutorials in. Let me know if you want to write just an article that may be beneficial for the team site. We've got our resident authors in place, but there's always opportunities for that. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, which you probably will be, so look, facebook.com/Gavin Mountford. And you can find me in the Facebook group as well, in our team group. Anyone got any questions about our Pure Leverage Leaders team blog before I move on to the next area? Again, it's pureleverageleaders.com if you want to go there and just check it out. Just have a little look. Let's have a look. Gavin's Sausage Sizzler Manfred. Oh dear. No. Wayne says he's rebooted and not hearing anything except what sounds like a strange Aussie outback noise. Any ideas, guys? No. If anyone can help him, that would be great. It could just be his sound card or computer by the sounds of it. But I'm recording this, so he'll get that as well. Anyone got any questions? So congrats on the authors that applied, and you guys are going to get some extra positioning, because at the end of the day, as I said, I'm not doing this on my own. I want to create success stories from you, from your team members. I want you to be making money. That's the ultimate goal. Zig Ziglar said, if you can help enough other people get what they want, you can have anything you want yourself. That's my mission, is to help enough people get what they want. That's you being right here, right now. Okay. So this is the exciting bit that I want to share with you right now. What's the best way to do this? Let me go to, right, I'm on Facebook. I know you can see my screen. That's absolutely cool. I want to just go to one of our groups here. Networking Superstars. Now, Networking Superstars was, make sure you pay attention, guys, for this, because this is going to be exciting stuff. This is going to be where the real support comes in. Let me just get to the photos. Networking Superstars was created about 8 months ago, and basically what we did was, when I can get to the right photos, give me another minute or so to find what I'm looking for. Nope. Okay, I think they're probably at the bottom. I'll go into detail about how it. If I can't get photos, it doesn't matter. I think Facebook's changed their. We had hundreds of photos in here before. It doesn't matter about the photos for now, but let me just explain what we're going to do. Just turn off screen sharing for a second. So Networking Superstars was created about 8 months ago, and what it was the way to get traffic, the way to get visitors to your blog or to your website. We have something called the Superstar 7 traffic system, but I'm not going to go into detail. About recording still. So that's a lot of people you can expose your message to. So what we're going to be doing in Pure Leverage in our teams is giving you an opportunity to create your own teams of 7 people, work together with leaders and facilitators So basically every week you connect with each other and you'll meet each other live on across the web. So effectively you'll probably use Google Hangouts because you can have all of you on the screen at the time, so you can all be talking at the same time and you'll all be connecting, you'll be sharing ideas. Your facilitator will help guide you to the right direction. And if you've got any questions, if you need any help, if you're looking for support, but at the same time if you're looking to grow, then there's going to be an opportunity to get in small little teams of 7 people to help you explode your pure leverage business, because the focus is going to be on pure leverage. Now, right now, there's going to be a contest each week. I'm going to have a monthly contest. So each of the teams are going to compete against each other for prizes. Now, the prizes will be monetary. There'll be coaching time from myself, so you'll win coaching time with me. There'll be information products, some of my own and some of other people's. And there'll be other prizes that you are able to win. Now, you'll be able to win prizes as a group and as an individual. So if you sponsor a certain amount of people, you're going to get points for sponsoring people. You're going to get points for creating content. You're going to get points for various other things that we're going to have in place. And we're going to be starting this next Tuesday. So what we've got at the moment is, let me share my screen again. Let's do that again. I just want to show you something else exciting that's coming out that I've been working on and has been taking a little bit of my time. But one of the big, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. One of the big challenges and problems that I personally had recently is that I've got an incredible group on Facebook called Networking Superstars. Now, many of the Networking Superstars members came over to the VIP Wealth Academy group. Therefore, the Networking Superstars group has gone very quiet and not many people are interacting because they're all in a different place. I've also got mini groups for leaders and team leaders and teams on Facebook. And basically what happens is, and you, I'm sure, in fact, just out of interest, who feels overwhelmed sometimes with the sheer amount of groups you've got on Facebook? Just type into the box and let me know. I mean, they're groups on Facebook are great, but how many groups are you in at the moment? And can you keep up with it all? Do you feel overwhelmed with it? Let me know. Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to keep track, isn't it, of everything. Beth says 10 million. Rich says yes. Sometimes. Jolene, yes. Yeah, exactly. So what generally happens is people can only generally focus in one area, one place. If you can do many, then, well, you're an incredible person, because most people can't. So what I wanted to do, and what I'm in the process of doing now, is create a central location for everything to do with Networking Superstars, which effectively is the umbrella brand that I created a year ago for this masterminds, the working together as a team. But within Networking Superstars, there's 5 pillars to success online. Now, I'm not going to go into those pillars right now, but one of them is tribes and working together with a team of people. So what I've done is I'm in the process of creating a forum, a community that's going to have everything in one place. So you see here, I've got the lounge set up, introductions, I've got the Networking Superstar Masterminds forum, Tribe Traffic Mastery, so anybody that's purchased my Tribe Traffic Mastery program, and then VIP Wealth Academy. So there's a forum for pure leverage, there's a forum for Inner Circle pure leverage members if you're at the $97 level, where you get access to our VIP Wealth Academy training. There's going to be forums for each area and each topic, so you go to one place and everything's there. It means that with Facebook, you lose posts very quickly. They just go down, 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 and you start to lose track of where everything is. But with a forum, you can actually keep it and store it and pin it and link to it. Now, coming back to the masterminds that we're going to be doing, we're going to be creating, and I've already started to just logged out, 2 seconds to log back in. It just kicked me out, so give me a second. I've already started communicating with facilitators of our groups, but essentially what we're going to be doing is we're setting up a group. So a facilitator will set up a group. So at the moment there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 or 5 groups. When this goes live, which my goal is to get this live for Tuesday next week, so you can all start to meet and work together to generate traffic and to generate exposure to your Pure Leverage business, to build your Pure Leverage business. You're going to be able to join one of these groups. You're going to be able to choose the team and the people that you're with. Now, this can be upline, it can be downline, it can be crossline. It doesn't matter. You have an opportunity to work with people who are like-minded, who are all going in the same direction. And you'll be able to communicate with each other within your mini groups. So effectively think of it as a small team that you're going to be working together to share your content, to get more comments on your posts, to get more traffic to your capture page and to your blog, whilst at the same time learning how to do it by following the training that I'm creating. Now, if you're already in our VIP Wealth Academy inner circle, then you'll get access to the VIP Wealth formula and the bonuses that I have to offer for you. You'll be going through that, and you can teach and you can train and you can help others how to do it. So what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. Who wants to be part of that? Type into the chat box now and just let me know if you'd like to be part of one of those teams, because on the thread in the group, I know there was at least 30 or 40 responses, so I'm pretty sure most people would want support. Most people would want a team and a group to work closer with, to get more traffic, to get more comments, more likes, more shares, more exposure, to help raise you. Everyone's saying yes, teamwork makes the dream work. Get some West Coast people. Richard, what we're going to do is I'm going to try to have people in different time zones, so you can choose a team that works for you. I'm going to make sure that we, in the description of the groups, the leader or the facilitator puts the time zone that the team's going to be in. But as I said, there's going to be prizes for each team. It's going to be a contest, an individual contest like we had previously for many of you. If you remember, we had a leaderboard where when people were bringing new people in, you'd move up the leaderboard. And I think Angus won that contest. I think Beth was maybe second or joint second with William O'Toole. And then we had many other people, incredible people, Mark Walsh and several others who were very close behind. And everybody was competing and moving forward. And our team literally exploded, because when there's a bit of competition involved, and when you're working together as a team to beat another team, it really drives that, and it creates that competitive environment. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's have a quick look if there's anything I've missed. All right, so we've got an overwhelming yes, I'd love to be part of that. When you say cross lines, you mean with Pure Leverage team? Yeah, Gertrude, yes. It's going to be, ideally, what I'd like to have done is, you know, your upline would have a group, and you'd be in their team. So you can go to your upline or somebody who's in your lineage, or however you pronounce that. You can go to them and be in their team. But you know, for me, there's no barriers. I mean, I know there's some network marketing companies that are like, I need to keep my people. They're mine. I don't want to let them go to anybody else. I don't want to let them go and give exposure to anybody else. I don't think that's the right way. In my mind, I think the more people you expose yourself to, the more you learn from, the more you see how it works, the different people you meet for the future, because, you know, an opportunity may arise in the future. The internet, there's no boundaries anymore. So I believe that you should be able to work with people who are in a different team to you, but you've all got the same vision and the same goal, and that is to build your business, to build your income, to make money online. So it will be cross-line, but you can be in any team or any group, but you'll be in teams. You're going to be beta testers or beta testers effectively for the first a few weeks to a few months, and you'll also be able to bring people into Pure Leverage and VIP Wealth Academy, because you'll be able to offer this as a bonus to them as well. So people who come in and join our team and join your team will be able to join the masterminds. Now the masterminds is effectively at any level. So if you're in at the 24.95 level, you get access to the masterminds as well. You don't get access to the VIP Wealth Academy core training and the bonuses and the system that I'm creating, but you do get access to the masterminds. Now, Angus just mentioned, and I just saw Angus send me a quick message. Anybody, and many of you have been in my Networking Superstar masterminds before. Effectively for you, these are going to replace the masterminds. So you're not going to have to be in two separate groups and teams and meetings each week. You're just going to be in the one, but you're going to be in one with people that are all focused on Pure Leverage and making money from this opportunity. Our Networking Superstar masterminds will continue, but they'll be separate. So we're going to be building the separate masterminds, and there's going to be an opportunity for many of you to progress through the ranks like we've had previously, ultimately to get more exposure for yourself. So stay close, stay part of this community, because we're growing fast. Now 212 people in 3 weeks, a blog that's growing in traffic like 200-300 visitors a day. There's going to be opportunities, there really is. If I see that you're making an effort, you're bringing people in, and I start to notice you, and maybe you volunteer to be a leader, or I would say volunteer, but it's more of an opportunity to be a leader. But if you volunteer, then we can check it out, make sure you fit the opportunity. But there's going to be some incredible opportunities as we go. Does anybody have any specific questions again at the moment? Just have a quick sip of water. Angus, let me just bring you on a second. What I want to do very quickly, well, I say quickly, for 10-15 minutes, just bring a couple of people on who have been sponsoring people and been bringing people in. When will the blog be live? Is that the authority blog, Donna? I don't know is the answer to that. Soon, very soon. And if you look at anything that starts, anything that grows, anything that becomes huge, it's got to have a solid foundation in place first. So Pure Leverage, yes, there's been a few teething problems. There always is. If you look at Empower Network, when they first started, they were getting, their merchant accounts were getting closed. There was problems with the software, with the infrastructure, and look how big it's become. The same is going to happen with Pure Leverage. We just ride it out. We listen. Joel keeps you updated all the time with the blog, so make sure you're on the blog, watch the videos, keep in touch. Just expose yourself to what's going on. But the authority blog should be coming very soon. The autoresponder system should be coming very soon. If anybody's got any specific problems with anything, any challenges, make sure you go to live chat, because they tend to get things done quicker than the actual support desk does, because support are absolutely bombed with people. Literally thousands of new affiliates have joined recently. That means the service, the structure, the infrastructure has been tested to the limits. When it was in beta before, there wasn't this many people testing the system and software. Therefore, Pure Leverage and Joel and GVO are working with you to fine-tune things and to get that foundation in place that you can build on. So I hope that answers that one. Angus, let me just bring you on, and then you can just let me know what you meant when you messaged me.
Hello.
Hiya. Do you want to just let me know, because you texted me and then I wasn't sure what you meant at the end.
What did I say? That you said about networking superstars would be separate, but you meant that people who are not in Pure Leverage can still be in networking superstars as a separate group, not that we would be in both things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. exactly. So for most of you, it doesn't make much difference to, but anybody who's been in Networking Superstars can be in either. They can be in our regular masterminds, or you can be in a pure leverage team. But at the moment, I think it makes more sense to be in a team with pure leverage, with people that you work close with, because it's all of a specific direction. Has there been any questions I've missed, Angus? I can see Jason asked one.
The usual questions about autoresponders and about logs, but I would just like to challenge people, especially if you're a leader, to find the answers, because I'm seeing the same questions again and again. And I know it's because we all want to learn, but if you look at, I think Joel is giving us daily updates. So if you look at your emails, if you look at Joel's blog, and also if you look at the Pure Leverage page, all the answers are there. And I think it worries me sometimes. Worries may be the wrong word, but when I see people asking the same questions to, in inverted commas, should know the answers. We all need to find it. And yes, the forum, I think, will be great, because when the forum's there, it'll be a lot easier to see these answers. But I think we are here to support people mainly at the moment with bringing people in. And I think the technical things, have a look at the resources that are there, or contact support.
Yeah, it's a very good point. And it's the same with anything, if you've ever got questions, if you ever need support, there's always a big thing that I've noticed recently, and some people saying, oh, my upline's not supporting me, my upline's not helping me. Well, actually, I don't think, and you guys are in the same position, when you bring people in, when you bring hundreds of people in, and they bring people in, and they bring people in, your time is your life, effectively. So your upline shouldn't necessarily have to be there to answer every single question that you send to them. Ultimately, what they should do is empower you to find the answers yourself. And when you find the answer, bring it back to us in the community, and then help other people who may have a similar question. Because what I wanted to do right from the start was create a support community where your upline, whether they help you or whether they don't, you've still got a community to come to. You've still got people to help you. You've still got people to support you. And that's what we've got here with the Pure Leverage Leaders team. That's why the forum's being created. That's why we're creating the FAQs. So what I would say is, if you do have a question that you cannot answer yourself, and if it's related to the blog, then go to Angus and ask Angus. I know that kind of detracts, Angus, from what you just said, but at the same time, I want to create a community where there are people who specialize in a certain area within Pure Leverage, the conferencing software, the autoresponder system. They will have the answers that you need. But at the same time, see if you can find the answer yourself first, because it ultimately empowers you. I very, very rarely ask a question in this don't get me wrong, that asking questions is incredibly important, but personally I'll go and find the answer myself, and then I'll come back and help other people with that answer. That's just the way that I am. And I know many of you are similar, but yeah, so great. Any other questions there? If anyone's got an important question that I've missed, just type it in again, and I'll
And I think as well, like, if people use the team site is fantastic. And when I have a new downline, I always send them to look at the fast start, because your fast start document tells you most of the answers.
Yeah, and the email that's sent out. So when people register for the our training program, the first email that goes out is an email that sends them to the fast start guide, so they get access. We go through the 7 different checkpoints at the moment. There may be an 8th in the future that will go through, and I'm adding more to it as we go. Gavin, the back office commissions have changed, decreased. Any ideas? William, yes, they have, and mine has gone down by a couple of hundred. But I'll tell you exactly what happened. There's a video in the back office that explains it. And what's happened is, some people were billed twice, some people were billed 3 times, and they've just been refunded that, and it's just been retracted. As it says in the back office, as the video says, the commissions are not real time. exactly real time, so they could be subject to change. Also, there was the grace period where people were, there was a grace period until I think it was the 9th of March, where if your upline had, let me think of the right way, if you hadn't upgraded and your downline had, that commission got passed up and you missed it. But because there was a grace period in place, that kicked in probably over this last few days. So anybody, I know there was a couple of people with George, if you're on George, and William as well. I think your commissions came to me instead of went to George, but then it's been sorted out now. It's been ironed out and fixed. So
I think as well, Gavin, what's been happening tonight is they're obviously working on the commissions, because 1 minute I have no commissions, then I've just got my $25. So like Mark Humphrey Davis, I know he's saying he's got a specific issue that we know about, but generally it looks like they're just sorting them. I'm assuming that they're sorting them for a pay run, or maybe that's wishful thinking.
Adam says his commissions went back up.
Yeah, they're definitely.
It's in transition. If you've got an issue with commissions, then contact live chat, I would say. If you've got, at the end of the day, if you've got people in your team that have upgraded and have bought, you will get commissions for that, as long as you're at that level. If you're only in at $24.95 and your downline members are at 97, then you'll only earn the $24.95. You will miss the $97. So any issues, any challenges, any that may happen with the commission structure, as long as you know that your team members, who's in at what level, that will always get corrected. It's just a transition. It always is. So if there has been any challenges, yes. And Mark says I miss it forever. Yes. So if you have got somebody in at the 97, you're in at 24.95, then you miss that commission forever, effectively, from that person. So fantastic. But again, this is information. Again, you can go to live chat and just bear in mind this is transitional period. Our job and your job is to make money and to go out there and bring people in. The details will be ironed out. The details will be sorted. Everything's in process right now. We've got the masterminds to look forward to. We've got the blog, the authors, the answers to look forward to. We've got the Wednesday webinar that I'm going to be doing on a regular basis on a Wednesday that you can send your prospects to. And in fact, I'm just going to share that with you right now. Very important for this is, let me just share my screen again. Many of you know this already, but many of you who are new may not know this. So on Wednesday, I have a webinar that's going to be on. This is the capture page for it at the moment. Recruit like crazy. I'm going to share the 5 steps as to how I sponsored 28 reps, built a team of 183 people, and grew a monthly residual income of 2,700, etc., in only 19 days. So when you send somebody to that link, which is pureleverageleaders.com/, you can see it at the top there actually, with your ID at the end, when people come to that webinar and join, they'll be credited to you because they'll have clicked on your link to start with. Now, in our Facebook community is a link, and I sent it out a couple of days ago as well, is a link to the what I've created. In fact, let me get to it as well. I know there's a lot of stuff I'm throwing at you guys, but if you've got any questions again about what I've talked about today, let us know. I've created, this is part of the bonus that you get as being part of our team. Swipe copy. So you can come to this document on our Copy Me blog, and you can change your ID and your link. You've got an email swipe, so you can send out an email and basically model the email that I sent the other day. There's a link to that email. Just add your own ID to the end. There are Facebook status updates, and there is a blog post that you can post on your blog with your own link. Facebook status updates, there's images, and there are 3 different status updates you can literally copy. You can go over to Facebook, you can save the image onto your computer and paste it, Anybody that comes through that who joins Pure Leverage will be credited to you. So hopefully that all made sense. All right. Amanda says it's important people fill in the W9 form and send it in or they won't be able to get paid. Yeah, the W9 form. No.
It's only for US people. We've got to, if you're
Yeah,
outside, you've got to send, I think it's your passport.
Yes. So in the back office here in your commissions, where it says your business, in the drop down box where it says your commissions, at the top of it, it says that you need W9 form is, if you read it for more, it says for US residents. I think it's US residents only. I may be wrong there, but check that. I have to send in a scanned copy of my passport or driving license in order to get the commissions. You have to say you're not a resident. Amanda says, okay, yeah, I think you do tick that you're not a resident.
It's important to do it to make sure you get your commissions. I did mine, I think, the first day or something.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up, guys, but if anyone's got any questions, you know where we are. Most of you should be on the email notification list that I send out on a regular basis. So our masterminds should be starting next Tuesday. So one of the days later this week, I'll send you a message out so you can start to join your teams and your groups and start to find the teams you want to work with. And then we're going to get started with the contest, with the prizes, and the webinar on Wednesday. And I'm going to aim to run one of these team trainings every week. So team call, where there'll be maybe a guest will come on to do a mini training on how they did something. That would be an awesome use of the time, and that will help you guys get more credibility. So if you sponsored people, you want to come on and share your story, then we can do that as part of a team. I'm not 100% whether it's going to be at this time on a regular basis, or if it's going to be on a Saturday at 5 p.m. Go on, Angus.
I think that we can do two things this week. You can sit back there and think, oh, the blog's not out yet, or we're waiting on the autoresponder, I'm going to wait, or you can just get promoting. And I know what one I'm going to do. And definitely, like the last thing that Gavin did, the last VIP webinar he did, I got 2 or 3 people in to my MLSP, I think it was, because of that. So like now's the time to act. Just as Beth says, just do it. Get promoting.
Just invite people.
But be honest, people don't lie, but just promote. We have got an exciting opportunity here, which is making people money. And when we know more about the tools and they're working, then we can promote them more.
Yep. So a couple of questions just come in. Derek, I wasn't quite sure about your question. You've mentioned 50 to 60 teams, groups, tribes. Is there a list? Do you mean for the groups? So is there a list for the groups that you can join? There will be. Yes, there will be. I'll send that out. Have I finished the Pure Leverage custom funnel yet? No, I haven't. I was very close. Well, I'd started it, but I'm having to wait for the Pure Leverage autoresponder, because the emails I'm going to create will be the ones that you can then import into your own Pure Leverage autoresponder. I'd much rather use the Pure Leverage tools, so I'm just waiting for everything to be stable, and then I'll get cracking with that. What I'll probably do is I'll release module 2 of the VIP Wealth formula first, which is the magnetic content creation. So how to create content that converts like crazy. And there's about 3 or 4, I think it's 4 or 5 videos in there. And I'll probably release that first, and then I'll create the getting started training with the funnel that you can use, with the capture page that you can use, and the autoresponders.
And I think as well, there's some people asking about, do we get the email addresses of the people who sign up? You do get them from a few places. They'll be in your tree, you'll be emailed them. But what I would say is double check in your back office, make sure people are in the right autoresponder. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, there's a video I did in the group and on, hopefully later tonight on the blog. It tells you how to check that, because then you've got to email.
Yep. Yeah, so if you've got any questions about that, there's a video that Angus did on the Pure Leverage Leaders blog. So good stuff. Well, I just want to say a huge thank you, a huge congratulations to everybody who's been bringing people in and been sponsoring people. It's now's the time. Anybody that sits and does nothing, it's unfortunately the people that are going to join somebody else's team. There are, in the Fast Start guide, there is, and many of you went out and did this already, but there's a 5-step process that you can use right now to go and contact your warm list to bring people into this opportunity, and go and do it now and quickly before other people bring people in, because there's people that I know that kick themselves right now because they didn't act quickly enough when things started. And it's, people are busy. I know, I understand that, and sometimes the timing's right, sometimes it's not. So take action and go and find people, because people are joining this left, right, and centre. There's big marketers coming on board, but I believe, and we've certainly been contacted by a lot of big players. I know a couple of people recently have sponsored some pretty big players in our team as well. So we've got some exciting things coming. We're attracting people into the VIP Wealth Academy Pure Leverage team because of the bonuses, because of the support and the culture that we've got and we're creating. So go and do it. Go and take action and make some money.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No. All right. If we missed anything, post in the group, and one of us will answer. If there's any resources that you didn't make a note of by accident today, again, you can go and do that. So thanks again, guys. I appreciate you and I appreciate everything you're doing. Can you answer the GVO card, please? What was the question mark? Sorry.
I was asking about our experience of GVO cards. Somebody had asked.
I've literally got mine about 3 days ago, so I don't know. But it's a prepaid MasterCard, effectively. So there's a few charges that apply for withdrawals or with online transactions. But effectively, you just use it as a card that you've got money
Adam
in your account. Then yeah, so I've used it in Japan, so if it works here, yeah, excellent. Well, hopefully we answered everything necessary, and there's a lot of things, exciting things to look forward to. So stay tuned, be part of this, stick close to us, and go and make some noise and bring this out to the masses, so I can see you're taking action, and then there's going to be great opportunities for other things that we've got going on as well. So thanks again. Off to the ATM to get some cash, Adam says. Sounds good. All right, guys, I'll see you Wednesday for the webinar. Make sure you invite people to that webinar, and we'll explode our team very quickly, and I want you to be part of it as well. So I'm going to sign out, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, and thanks, Angus.